Greetings gastronauts, this is KeefCooks, I'm Keith, and today I'm going to do some South African street food. We're going to have a go at making bunny chow. But before we do that, shout out for my new Patreon superfan, Mr. Krasker! Yeah mate, thank you. And also a few weeks ago I did bobotie, which is another South African recipe, and Amps14 sent me a list of other South African dishes that I might want to try, most of which I've not actually heard of, but I have heard of bunny chow because I had it once at a pub, an English pub in Madrid, yeah. And I liked it very much. So if you've never heard of bunny chow, it doesn't include rabbits, and it's not salad, it's not, you know, rabbit food. It's curry served in a hollowed out white loaf. So, you know, it's street food, it's fast food. And the origins of the name, apparently bunny is a corruption of bania, which was the word for shopkeepers, merchants who sold this in a certain district in Durban, where this recipe comes from. Basically, it's an easy way to carry your dinner around without involving cutlery and crockery and polystyrene clamshell things. So it's dead easy to make and it's great fun to eat. Bit messy, you know. Anyway, if you enjoy this video, give it a like, share, subscribe, etc. And let's get on with it. Bunny chow. Now the curry for your bunny chow can contain almost any protein. Beef, lamb, mutton, chicken, and I'm pretty sure the original version would have been vegetables. But I've got some beef, so it'll take a couple of hours to make that really tender. I'm going to cook it for 20 minutes in my pressure cooker. Just chuck it in. That was 450 grams, by the way. So, bit of ground black pepper, half teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of turmeric, and then just add enough water to cover that. So I'll bring it to boil, put the lid on, bring it up to pressure, 20 minutes. If you haven't got a pressure cooker, you can do it in a conventional pot on the stove covered. It will take maybe 2 hours. Now I need to make some Durban Masala, and for that I need half a stick of cinnamon broken into bits, 4 cardamom pods, 5 cloves, 1 teaspoon of coriander seeds, 1 star anise, half a teaspoon of fenugreek seeds, and 2 teaspoons of fennel seeds. Now we need a dry frying pan on medium heat, and when it's warmed up, put the spices in and just let them cook for 2 or 3 minutes. Keep shaking them so they don't burn. Like lovely, fragrant spices. So let the spices cool for about 5 minutes and then put them in a spice mill or coffee grinder and whiz them to a powder. I can't show you that because this is the mains cable. And the sockets are over there, so I'll just do it. Just trust me, right? Okay. Alright, there it is. Smells incredible. Now to finish the curry, I've got 1 medium onion, a couple of potatoes, 400 gram can of chopped tomatoes, a small handful of fresh coriander, and a bay leaf, 2 teaspoons of the Durban Masala, as much chili powder as you want, and I don't think I want that at the moment. And 2 teaspoons of ginger and garlic paste, which I was convinced I had in the fridge, but I haven't. So I'll use some garlic granules and some powdered ginger, and that'll be fine. Chop your onion. Now you want some oil in your frying pan. This is rapeseed oil, canola oil. Put it on medium-low heat and then add the bay leaf and the chopped onions and let those saute for 2 or 3 minutes. And then add the ginger and garlic and cook that for a couple of minutes. And then drain the meat, but keep the liquid, and add the meat to the pan. Stir that and cook it for a few more minutes. And it turns out we do need turmeric, half a teaspoon. So pop that in with the chili powder and the Durban Masala and cook that for 3 or 4 minutes. And then add the tomatoes and let those simmer for about 5 minutes. And while that's happening, peel and chop your potatoes. Don't make the chunks too big because remember they've got to go in the bread. And add the potatoes and the broth that the meat was cooked in, and let that bubble away quite rapidly for about 20 minutes because you want the potatoes to be tender and you want the amount of liquid to reduce a bit and thicken, but you do still need quite a lot of gravy. So when the spuds are cooked, give it a taste and add salt and pepper if you think it needs it. I think it's lovely the way it is. Chop the fresh coriander, but keep a couple of sprigs for decoration at the end. And then stir in the coriander into the curry and it's done. So bunnies are sold as a whole loaf or a half or quarter. I don't know how a quarter works in terms of keeping the filling in, but anyway, I'm going to do 2 halves. So just cut the loaf in half and then with a small sharp knife cut a square in the middle, close to the edge but not too close, and grab the middle and pull it out, but very important, don't throw that away. That's the prized bit of the bunny. So final assembly, stuff your curry into your bunny, something like that, and you want lots of gravy so it soaks into the bread and becomes irresistibly yummy. We don't want the bay leaf. A little bit of fancy and the innards of the bunny loaf. Oh, I'm so hungry. Okay, it's taste test time with Mrs. KeefCooks. Rabbit. Bunny. Chow.
Oh, that's...
She's laughing at my cooking.
What, no spoon?
No, you're not allowed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I can get the bread in there.
You can't. You have to...
I have to
rip it in half.
Oh dear. So I remember, this is when we were talking last week, weren't we, about English traditional food, pasties and things like that. Stuff you can eat on the go. So this is what, South African version?
Yep.
Do
You want a spoon, don't you?
I want a spoon. I think it would work that well with pita bread to pick it out with, because that would can you see this is just disintegrating?
Oh, flatbread, yeah. But you know, you sort of
Yeah.
street food,
but only off camera. I watched Green Book this week. I'm quite happy to watch it again if you want to see it. It was so good. I'm reminded of it because there's a scene in there where Don Shirley is persuaded, shall we say, to eat some chicken. Anyway, shall we
Yeah. Okay, bunny chow. Whack whack.
Do rabbits quack?
No.
Oh, okay.
We'll have duck chow next week. Okay, thanks for watching and see you next time.
This is very nice.